This video uses AI visuals for storytelling purposes only. Picture this: a samurai dressed in full armor, standing aboard a Spanish galleon, cutting through the waves of the Pacific, sailing toward Rome. Sounds like a myth, but it's not. The year was 1613. The age of global empires was just beginning, and from the shores of feudal Japan, one man set out on a journey to stand before popes and kings. His name was Hasekura Tsunenaga, a forgotten samurai, a lone ambassador between two distant worlds. This wasn't just a voyage. It was a clash of cultures, faiths, and empires. If stories like this ignite your imagination, subscribe to Vault of Centuries for more cinematic history you've never heard before. The early 1600s were a time of transformation for Japan. The country had just emerged from centuries of civil war. Under the Tokugawa shogunate, peace had returned, but so was suspicion. Foreigners were pouring in with goods, religion, and ideas. Christianity was spreading. Trade with Europe was growing. But not everyone trusted these changes. Still, one daimyo, Date Masamune, saw opportunity. He dreamed of connecting Japan to the world. In 1613, Date Masamune commissioned a ship, the San Juan Bautista, a powerful European-style galleon built in Japan. On board, he placed his envoy, Hasekura Tsunenaga, a samurai of noble blood, wise in diplomacy, loyal to the Date clan. With him, letters for the Pope, Spanish royalty, and priests. Their mission: open trade, secure Christian missionaries, and place Japan on the global stage. Hasekura's journey was long and dangerous. First across the treacherous Pacific to Mexico, then overland on foot and horseback across New Spain. He reached the Atlantic, then sailed again to Spain. In Madrid, he met King Philip III of Spain. The samurai bowed, gifted silks, and spoke through interpreters. The king was fascinated, but cautious. He admired the bravery but feared Japan's religious persecution. Still, Hasekura pressed on, toward the heart of Christendom. In the spring of 1615, Hasekura entered Rome dressed in silk robes and samurai armor. The Eternal City had never seen anything like it. He stood before Pope Paul V, delivering letters from Date Masamune. In them, a request to send missionaries to Japan. Hasekura converted to Christianity, taking the name Don Felipe Francisco Hasekura. He attended Mass in the Vatican. A samurai, baptized in the heart of Catholic Europe. From Rome, Hasekura traveled through Italy and into France. In Saint-Tropez, he met local nobility. In Paris, he was honored by King Louis XIII. Wherever he went, crowds gathered. They had never seen a Japanese ambassador, let alone a warrior from the East. He gave gifts, delivered speeches, and shared his homeland's culture. But behind the admiration, Europe grew nervous. Reports from Japan spoke of Christian executions, closed borders. The golden age of diplomacy was already fading. After nearly 7 years abroad, Hasekura returned to Japan in 1620. But the country he came home to had changed. Christianity was now outlawed. Foreigners were being expelled. The Tokugawa shogunate saw the West as a threat. Hasekura's conversion, his letters, his journey, they were no longer heroic. They were dangerous. His mission was quietly buried. His name, forgotten. But history has a long memory. In Spain and Italy, records of Hasekura's journey survived. In a small town called Coria del Rio, some families still carry the surname Japon, believed to descend from his delegation. Statues in Rome and Sendai now honor him. A bridge between civilizations. A samurai caught in the tides of change. Hasekura Tsunenaga didn't change history with war. He did it with presence, with words, with honor. What would you sacrifice to unite two worlds? And how does history remember the quiet diplomats, the men who tried to speak peace in a time of growing walls? If you enjoyed this story, like, share, and subscribe to Vault of Centuries. Because the past is never really gone, it's just waiting to be rediscovered.